Do I still keep in touch with my siblings? Sadly, the answer is no. And here's why. And so I get it. I know why you want to know about my brothers and sisters and what stories that I might have about them. And I can assure you there are probably more stories with my brothers and sisters than there are of anything else I've ever posted here. But I won't share those stories because I respect the privacy of my siblings. They have their own lives to live. They've experienced their own trauma. And I don't want to be a trigger to them. I would say in a message to them, since we haven't spoken in many years, that I still love them very, very much, and I always will. Now, you know, if you watch my stories, that my mom had 10 kids. And yes, we all grew up in the same conditions with the same poverty. And all I can say is that none of us lived with my mother beyond the age of 15. We were always out on our own. Some were in foster homes, some were in other placements, and some went to stay with relatives, but we didn't stay. Some got married at a very early age, but I can't tell their story, I can only tell mine. And I did get married at age 15 to a 32-year-old woman. That's one of my most viral videos, and that may be why you came to see me here. But in the immediate aftermath of my little brother William's death, I clung to my siblings. I cussed out my mother, I cussed out the preacher, but I clung to my siblings and I smothered them with my love and demand for attention. I started an email group, and I got everybody's email, and we were all messaging on there for about a month or so, and then nobody was messaging anybody, and we just stopped and lost touch with each other again. And I was so sad, and I had wrote this email saying, why don't you, message me? Let me know what's happening in your life. Take 5 minutes every once in a while to say something to me. And I was accused of just being a whiny little bitch who was wanting attention from my siblings. Heaven forbid that I would want to have some kind of a relationship with my older siblings after I just lost the one who meant the most to me. So I went into a really deep depression, and I just said, fuck it. I'm not going to talk to anybody at all. And I cut everybody off, all of them, my little sister, all my brothers and sisters. And it would be years before I would speak to any of them again. And only then, just my little sister Chrissy would come back into my life. One older brother would come into my life occasionally, but usually when he was in his own trauma and needed my help to pull him out of it. So I never really had the sibling relationship with anybody that I had with my brother William. What really hurt me the most was losing all my nieces and nephews, but they're finding me here, and that's great. Thanks for your question.